Sorry, I'm late. I was on the highway, and the baby was running on the highway. Yeah, I know, right? Shit's crazy. So I get out the car, I start chasing the baby. In my mind, I'm like, why you running, baby? That's what I'm thinking, right? But I'm like, what do you do? Because I can't just grab the baby and throw the baby in the car. That's kidnapping. I fuck around, go to jail.
Welcome back to my channel, mother suckers. Hey, the memes have been endless since it's been discovered that Carlee Russel staged a fake kidnapping. There doesn't appear to be a missing toddler, as no other drivers along the interstate reported any sightings, and no one called the police to report a missing child. They said her phone search history indicates that she was planning to stage a hoax kidnap and robbery. Police used location tracking on her cell phone and found she had not pulled off the interstate, which she claimed is where she found the child. Her phone records include searches about Amber Alerts, the movie Taken, how to rob a cash register without getting caught, and one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville. In fact, there was no evidence of any of her claims. This situation drew national support and intense speculation about what had happened. The latest update I saw was this post. Carlee Russel is fired from her job at Alabama Spa after cops said she stole dark bathrobe and toilet paper before going missing for 49 hours, as staff are pissed off over her questionable kidnap claim. Now, I've been sitting back for days wondering what would make a young, beautiful nursing student lie on such a grand scale like this, and the streets are saying it's because of an entanglement. Check this out.
What up, Nurse Gang? What up, TikTok? So, the update I never wanted to truly have to report on. So, we've all been talking about the Carlee Russel case. This is her Instagram, Carlee. Over the last few days, you know, she shocked the nation, and Black women all over the country felt empowered. We felt finally pleased that America was caring about Black women. Every national news outlet was reporting about Carlee Russel. This is the first time this has ever happened. The hunt was on to find this Black girl. But then when she showed up at her house, it got a little greasy. Why did it get a little greasy? Because she just showed up. So then that's when the world got divided. Wait, what's going on? Something is not right here. Okay, we don't want to speak. We want our privacy. Something is going on. What is going on? Well, when you start talking about something, people start DMing you the truth. It looks like 50 people from Hoover have already got fired for leaking what's really going on with this case. And it's trickled into my DM. So you mean to tell me all this was because she was trying to get back at her ex-man? Yeah, that boyfriend that spoke out about her being kidnapped and held and tortured. Yeah, that was her ex-man. And he actually cheated on her with a stripper. And Carlee had it out with the stripper. And to get back at him, yeah, she disappeared herself. And then got afraid when it blew up. This is what Carlee said to the side chick. Itch, please. He told me everything you said about me and you thought I told him to say that. I wasn't even with him. You're delusional AF if you think y'all little conversation was anything more than convenience and the fact that he used you to get back at me out of anger. You want to talk about I don't compare to you on your worst day? Girl, bye. You're miserable, or at least should be, being a stripper to provide for a child I've heard you've had from multiple people. So not surprised you don't know who your baby daddy is. Mention me or contact my NIGGA again, and you'll see I'm not the one to play with. You don't want you and your whole family touched. You're poor. I'm rich. You're a stripper. I'm a nurse. You're ugly. I'm beautiful. You could never. You're the bottom of the barrel. Someone from the police department just could not watch us all suffer. So they released these details. Here's the update. She's sticking to the story that she was abducted. She says she was lured into the woods by some people who live in the woods, described as a person with orange hair, balding on top, tied her up and drove her around and put her in an 18-wheeler and fed her cheeses for 2 days, and they painted her nails. They kept her on 150 somewhere, and somehow she managed to get away and run through the woods to her neighborhood until she got into her house and then goes into the hospital. Hoover got some Ring doorbell footage from her neighborhood, and it just shows her walking casually until she gets close to her house, and then she starts sprinting and flailing arms and acting a fool. She got caught stealing from work that day, failed out of nursing school, and has been on drugs. She had her friend behind her, and that's who picked her up. She was with her friend all weekend. The police knew she was safe because she unblocked her ex while she was quote-unquote abducted. She planned to disappear and realized it wasn't going to work.
I'm glad that Carlee is okay, but it's highly disappointing to find out that she staged her own disappearance for the attention of her boyfriend who was cheating on her. And she knew he was cheating and she confronted the woman trying to play it like she's so much better than the woman. Girl, girl. Your accolades, your money, your prestige, you're no better than that woman because you staged a fake kidnapping. You had the whole country looking for you. But actually, let me get into that. Let me get into my theory. You know I gotta add my own spice and Maggie cubes to the sauce. So here's what I think, and I've been thinking this way for a while. I think that the FBI and the police knew at the very start of this that it was a hoax. There are cameras everywhere. They can tap anything that they want. They knew from day one this woman was lying. Once they heard white baby, yes, they were interested. They heard white male baby, all hands on deck. It wasn't because there was a black woman missing. They put energy behind it because there was an alleged white baby missing. But once they found out there was no white baby missing, they were good. They wanted the public to deal with her the same way the public dealt with Jussie Smollett. They also knew she was safe once she started her social media activity, unfollowing or unblocking her boyfriend. I do think after that interaction with the stripper, I think she had a mental breakdown. And I know people don't want us to use the mental card, but you guys have to understand that in psychology, everything starts in your mind. Everything you do starts in the brain. So yes, there was a mental issue here, and I'm not using that for an excuse. She should be held accountable. An example has to be made so that other women don't think that this is okay, or other people don't think that this is okay. But she definitely had a mental breakdown. She did. Take it or leave it. She had a mental breakdown. After that conversation, after finding out that her man cheated, she lost it. And she wanted his attention so bad that she decided to stage her own disappearance. Now, in her mind, she probably figured, listen, I can disappear and then reappear and say this situation happened. Her issue was including the white baby in the story. Her issue was calling 911. You called 911 and fabricated this whole story that made this little plan that you had the worst plan known to mankind. An equal plan to this would be the Jussie Smollett story, right? He created this whole plan, this whole story, and there were holes and nothing made sense. But I have to push back on the rhetoric that this is why black women are not believed. This is not why black women are not believed. And people also saying, oh, next time I'm not gonna believe black women, or next time I'm not gonna pray. Like, huh? First of all, the Bible does say pray without ceasing, so you should always be praying, okay? Secondly, if you could let one woman's lie stop you from believing millions of women, I don't think you ever really defended or believed black women to begin with. And this is not why black women are not believed. This is not why missing black women don't get as much attention and funding and resources as missing white women. This is not why. It's because they are seen as less valuable and disposable in a white supremacist society. Like, you have to think about it. How many white women weaponize their tears and turns out they're lying? How many white women weaponize their whiteness and lie and make up stories and fabricate and disappear and reappear? And you will never hear anyone say, see, this is why we shouldn't believe white women. And, even though, black people may say things like that, but that does nothing. But that does not take away the resources and the funding that they get when someone of that community does go missing. So yes, it's still protect black women. It's still believe black women. It's still take every claim seriously until proven otherwise. Like, yes, we have to learn how to isolate incidences and hold individuals accountable. We can't continue to say we're not a monolith, but then when bad things happen, all of a sudden we're a monolith. Like, no. I also think that her family knows that she has a history of mental illness or has seen behaviors of mental illness or mental instability. The press conference with her mom and dad didn't really give us the security in knowing that, okay, this really did happen. And quite frankly, I think they were just sticking up for their daughter, believing their daughter, but they know there's something unstable happening. Y'all, the internet done dug up some recent, very recent and past tweets, In February of this year, she tweeted, "It really makes me feel important when someone just randomly checks on me." In April of this year, she tweeted, "Being ignored is a huge trigger for me." On July 8th of this year, she tweeted, "My job is really starting to get on my dang nerves." April of this year, she tweeted, "I'm convinced that people are really effing insane." In April of this year, she tweeted, "I'm such a genuine person, so when someone does some fake-ish, it infuriates me and I will literally never talk to you again." She tweeted, "I always say one thing I won't do is stay with someone who has cheated on me. Like, you went and had sex with someone else and think it'll be sweet one day? Hell no." Around this time last year, she tweeted, "I need to check into a hotel for a few days because everybody has been pissing me off every day this week. Like, please just stop talking and stay away from me for at least 48 hours. Girl. In 2019, she tweeted, "If I don't get a puppy by my birthday this year, I'm running away." In 2013, she tweeted, "Taken 2 is my movie." February of this year, she tweeted, "This man got me so messed up." June of this year, she tweeted, "Think I'm a fool." In June of this year, she tweeted, "Niggas will risk everything for a hoe, stripper, etc. Pitiful." In April of this year, she tweeted, "I always help bring people peace when they need it, but what about me?" In 2013, she tweeted, "My mom always think I'm lying." In 2017, y'all, my mama really just be talking sometimes, like she really makes stuff up in her head, but the bad part is she really believes it. And last but certainly not least, no matter where I go, I always bring snacks. Y'all, I'm done. Some of those tweets were really funny. The snacks one was my favorite, but some of the tweets gave us an inside her psyche and how she was thinking and feeling about her relationship, about her job, about disappearing, right? And even though they were years ago, I found the tweets about her mom to be interesting as well. But y'all let me know your thoughts on this whole Carlee Russel situation. Did you believe her from the beginning? Did you know it was a lie from the jump? Let me know your thoughts on people saying now they won't believe black women and now black women won't get resources to find missing black women. Let me know your thoughts on that as well. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be safe, be honest, beware, and I'll see you at the next one. Deuces.